Yes. Gracias. So in the meantime, I get in more voice. I will be going round, trying not to look to everyone. And this is why I will explain you. I like to present in this movement because I think we are in a moving situation. You are all here sitting, listen to us, but in the meantime, lots of people around the world, they are looking at the software. They are looking at creating new things. They are being innovative. And this is why I like to move around. Think because the world is moving. And we need to understand why it's moving and why the technology and the software and whatever you are going to do today and tomorrow is going to be really, really important and critical for our society. And this is globally. And this is international. As Michael said, I'm coming from Banco Sabadell, from Banco Sabadell Group. And we are looking at technology as a digital challenge. We have been thinking about what is going on, no? What is going on over the last 10 years? It's going on that we are in an age of transition. We are moving around, having more and more and more impact of the information technologies. Our life is changing, and it's changing dramatically, and we are not so aware of it. Why? Because we are adapting and adopting all these technologies naturally. So it comes to us. But do you think, or do you stop to think, or do you stop to analyze and research further why it's going to change our life in few years? Have we ever think in the future as cloudy as we can have? This is something that from the industry we are concerned. We think about because we know that any digital change is going to impact our way of doing business and our way of living. This is something that we go into the roots. Why now? Why in the 21st century we are changing our way of doing business, our way of living, our way of communicating? And mostly because three factors. We have new clients, new people. We have new generation. Most of you are coming from this new generation. You and me were not born in the same time, and we're not having the same access to the information, to the digital information. In my time, I had to hear some noise like that was some kind of noises that I have to listen every time I wanted to connect to internet. And you will never listen this anymore because now it's just a click and we are in the cloud, we are in the internet world. Nevertheless, more and more your time is changing. Nevertheless, what is going to happen in 3 years, we don't know. And this is why today and tomorrow is critical that all of you exchange as much as possible ideas. Who is the one who is going to use whatever you are working on? You need to think on these new clients or new users that are going to use whatever you are doing in the data information field. What you do in the data information field is going to impact directly life of thousands of people, of thousands of people. And this is why every one of you is important that you keep in mind for who you are doing that. But not just for who as a client, for who as a competitor. Because competition is giving also cooperation. And this is why the blockchain world is helping us. And I will go further in the future. But this is all what is going on is because we are in an age of new technologies. The information and the technologies around the information and around the communication is helping us, all this change you are provoking is helping us to go further and find new users and find new competitors. And this is why in banking we are looking with very good eyes to all the fintech world. Not just fintech, but insurtech, regtech. All these three areas of new discoveries and new technology use is helping us in the big industries. And I'm saying that because I'm coming from a bank. Banco Sabadell is from the 18,000. So more than 100 years doing banking. So imagine, no? We have been going through lots of changes. And now we are going through another change, and it's a critical change because it's volume. We are talking about volumes of information. How we will do that, no? Why we will do that? Doing what we are doing now, connecting people, connecting things, connecting processes, connecting data, connecting, and this is very important, not just hardware, but the things that are wherever, wearables, chairs, cars, wherever is going to be connected to this fantastic internet that we are going to work further. And how we work further on this internet? Just creating regulations, thinking about what is this data, how we transmit this data, how we can guarantee we can trace this data, how this data can be reliable. All that is the work of you here during these 2 days. We need to be exploring. Don't think how we can do that, what we do, why we do it. It's because we have new opportunities. And this is innovation. We need to explore. We need to listen to the others, no? I think you are going to present, I saw the agenda, Nacho, is fantastic. This afternoon, we have 3 workshops, or more than 3, but at least 3 lines of workshops that are going to be disruptive. We are going to talk about different things, or ways, different things to do things. So I will encourage all of you to listen that, to listen carefully, because sometimes we think we are doing the right thing, but the thing that is not the right could give you more information for the right thing. So just learn about it. It's just the way to improve, no? To listen how not to do the right thing. It's just to encourage you to do more things in a proper way. I think that observation and exploring make us more clever because we are open-minded to new ways of solutions. We can combine, and this is something that we encourage from every sector. I will start to talk about blockchain and how blockchain had entered in my life and in the life of all of you. It's not just because we read about blockchains, but because someone, long time ago, had created something that disturbed our way of thinking about coins and currencies. And it appears in the 2009, no? Not long time ago, the Bitcoin revolution. The Bitcoin revolution had evolved in 2013 in some more technological way of expressing what was happening. And we started to talk in 2013, like very few years ago, less than 4 years ago, we were starting to talk about blockchain as a technology. And we talk about the distributed ledger technologies. Distributed ledger technologies is helping not just banking industries, but all the industries in parallel. And this is the big change. The big change we are going to have, and is going to happen and will happen in few years, is that we will not think anymore in just banking. We will think in user cases. And who will be the user? Any one of us. And what happens with any one of us? That we need to do lots of things. We have a car accident. And when we have a car accident, we need to stop, we need to do papers, we need to call the insurance, we need to call the mechanical guy, we need to do a lot of things. We need to call the lawyer maybe, I hope not, but sometimes. All that is lots of time and effort we are doing manually. And in this time we are doing that, we are not doing what we like to do. Probably study, probably working, probably stay with the family. All that time that we are putting in just making things happen to help us because we had a car accident, we are not using it to live better. So, what is happening with the distributed ledger technologies? What is happening is that it's helping us that the insurance company can contact immediately the mechanical guy, can contact immediately the bank, can contact immediately the first people who is helping in the lawyer if the case, the situation is a claim. All that is happening in internet. All that is happening in the distributed ledger technology. All that is happening in blockchain. It's not now, it's in few years. And that is going to happen that we will win thousands of days of our life to dedicate to what we like to do. Think about that. Think about the revolution. It's a social revolution. And it's something that is going to happen because we are going to work deeply all together in construct this blockchain. What we did in Spain. This morning I was reading that in Japan, the financial services institution is governmental, is from the government. This decided to launch a banking agreement on identify a financial identifier, unique financial identifier for Japan. And that's good. That's excellent, because that will help a lot of citizens in the banking industry. What we did in Spain, a few months ago, we decided, few companies from the banking, and here in ICADE, from the observatory, that this change of having a single identifier in the blockchain is not just for banking, it's not just for finance, it's for anything we do. It's for anything we can do. And what this means is that in Spain, all together, all the segments of all the industries, the government, and all the institutions must agree in a single identifier or a single way of identifying in the blockchain technology. And what that means that we need to collaborate. So we started to do that. We started to talk between us, and soon we will let you know more. Maybe we will have this best, beautiful press release that Japan had this morning. Maybe we will have it in Spain. We will know. But one thing that is important, and that I want that you keep in mind, blockchain, distributed ledger, change of life, first step, identification. We need to identify whatever is going to be inside, transmitting inside the blockchain. And this identification must be regulatory, must be something we can trace, and something that is established, and something that is standard. And that is a work we need to do together. That is institutions together, jointly, with industry, with universities, with research centers, all together working to have a single way of identifying things and people. Imagine when that happens, when that will be happening, anything else could happen. Any transaction in the blockchain will be a reality. And something fantastic, I will not have to say how old I am. I will say I'm more than 18. I like that. Sometimes we are saying more information because the ways how we transmit information needs that to secure ourselves, to secure this data. With blockchain, we are going to go in another dimension. We are using the protocol layer of distributing information, the TCP/IP. We are enlarging this protocol with cryptology, and we are ensuring that every data that is transmitted there in the blockchain has an identifier and is traceable and is unique and is only once. And that is the magic of blockchain. And this is why I really encourage you during these 2 days, don't forget blockchain, please. This is the future, and it's the close future. And we need you. We need the RegTech, we need regulation, we need to be on board with us. So from the banking, from any segment of the industry, please go further in your studies, go further changing, use your time during this session, use your time after, in the afterward session, and if you look around all the agenda, take advantage, think further, open mind. Something that I will tell you is that we are bringing a new reality, and this is under construction. It's not real. We are not using it now. We start to test it. We start to have prototypes. It's not a reality. We don't have 25 years engineer knowing about that. We have only 4 years only of deep understanding of this technology. Only 2 of some proof of concepts, and only 1 of some proof of concept on segments, only in finance, only in energy. Is really, really new. And we need to use the next 2 years to make it global, to make it multi-segments. And I'm sure here in Spain, you are going to listen from us, because we believe on these new changes, and we like to do that, to be pioneering changes. Help us. All the ones that are coming from Poland, from France, from England, from all the different countries, help us to make a European reality and also a global reality. As they did the Japanese to send a message today, we need to help European banking and any one of the institutions to launch also message. Blockchain is here to help us. So focus on the data, work together these days, and I really encourage you to enjoy every minute here with all these fantastic people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Montse. Now I'm giving the word to Mr. Wada from NTT Data. He was former representative of the Bank of Japan. Welcome.